The Seed of the Sacred Fig. Quite apart from it having a very interesting title, I wanted to see this movie because it has been nominated in several categories, but especially the best foreign international film. It is in Iranian, or what I used to call Persian, and set in and around Iran or Tehran. It's a place I went to only once, which was way back in, I think, 1963, when I was going around the world. My mother had given me a round the world air ticket that went from London to New Zealand and back again, and she'd also given me money to buy food and have somewhere to sleep every night and so on during my trip, stopping off in every place around the world. I was given £1 a day and night. I had to find somewhere to eat and sleep. Very brave of a mother to do that to a teenage boy, I would have thought, but still, and very good for me. Taught me a lot about the world. So one of the early places I went to, after I sort of skipped Europe, because I knew I was going to go to Europe many times in my life, and indeed had been then, but this was after Athens, and I think after Damascus, which I hated, Cairo, which I liked, various places. I'd finally reached Tehran, then in Persia. I've been to Jerusalem as well, which was then Arab. It was part of the Arab area, I suppose. I think it was part of Jordan at the time. Anyway, got to Tehran. I really liked it. I thought it was a really beautiful city. These wide streets with these huge sort of, between the street and the pavement, these places where water flowed, and indeed it was right on this enormous sea, and you could see the mountains across on the other side of the Caspian, I think. Also, people who were, I found, really interesting. The Persians, or the Iranians, are sort of in between, being part Arab, part Slavic, part all different areas. They've got this fantastic sort of interestingly not brown, sort of grey, almost purple coloured, slightly coloured skin, the most beautiful eyes and eyelashes. They turned out to be, I thought, a very nice race of people. They were still at that time under the Shah of Iran, and there was very oppressive regime, which of course was replaced by the latest regime of Khomeini and all the others. And I wanted to see this film because one of my sort of bucket list of I'd like to go back to places is Iran and Tehran. Especially it's now been sort of really negatively portrayed by the media and our governments and everyone else. So I wanted to see The Seed of the Fig, and it's a terrific film, very well made, fascinating about life in Iran at the moment, but it's also a really good story, a great adventure. The end is marvellous, by the way. It's quite long, but grips you every second. You're not bored for a minute. Thoroughly recommended. Hope it wins the Best International Film Oscar, because it certainly deserves to, although I have to admit I haven't seen many of the others. One of those sort of movies that gets you thinking for hours, if not days afterwards. So I thoroughly recommend The Seed of the Sacred Fig, if you can find it in a cinema near you.